My name is Seyi Ogunbiyi and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Selar. Selar is an e-commerce company, but we're actually serving a very niche market. We allow African creators to be able to sell their digital goods and services. So think things like ebooks, masterclasses, courses, subscription type products, consulting services, tickets. Yeah, basically things you can't necessarily see and touch. We give them tools to be able to sell and deliver those products to their end customers. Today, we process over 11 African currencies, including USD and GBP, and we give them the flexibility to be able to receive their payouts, and by they I mean the creators, in their preferred local currency. Internally for operations, we used to do things very manually. By manually, I meant someone has an expense, for example, that they need reimbursement for. They would maybe send a message on Slack or send an email, and then I'll have to send the money via our bank account. But today with Bujeti, it's become much more streamlined and easier to manage our internal expenses, especially in Naira. I can't remember exactly when I first of all heard about Bujeti, but I know our founder had been talking about finding an expense management solution we could use. There was a short list and Bujeti was on one of them, and we decided to try it out, and ever since then we've been happy. When I say happy and how that changed things for us, specifically I'm talking about operational efficiency. We're a startup. We are trying our best to run lean while also competing globally. So efficiency is very important to us. So when we started using Bujeti, we discovered, let me use that word instead, we discovered that we were able to cut down on so many bottlenecks we had with managing our expenses. Things just were smoother and we could focus more on other things instead. Let's say we have a marketing shoot that is out of home, for example. We have members of the team who need to go from their locations to where the shoot is going to be holding. We have to manage the guests who are also coming there. We have to manage hiring equipment, finances for hiring equipment, entertainment like feeding and other stuff. So before then, we would have a lot of headache having people retire receipts through different methods. But now today with Bujeti, all we just have to do is with a pre-approved budget, issue cards, and bada bing, bada boom, everything's done. So today I use a few features out of Bujeti, even though it's a very rich solution. But the favorite out of the ones I use today would be the bulk disbursement feature. I'm picking that as my favorite because it's often a headache. Like I said earlier, I would typically have to do transfers from our bank accounts, logging on to corporate banking, and we know how traditional Nigerian banks are with their online internet banking. But Bujeti made that a whole lot easier, where I need to pay a number of people at once. All I just do is upload the sheets with the details and the money is sent out instantly. Another thing I also love about Bujeti, or to buttress on what I said earlier with their support, is they're also open to feedback. Sometime in November of 2024, I had a particular issue. I don't want to go into details on the issue, but I realized that Bujeti was doing something that could solve that problem. So I reached out to them. They were more than happy to listen to it. Interestingly, they said they had plans and it was on the roadmap, but they immediately accelerated development for that feature. And today, I believe it's live. If you're still running things manually today, I would just tell you, stop stressing yourself. One of the best ways to improve operational efficiency is to automate a number of things, and Bujeti gives you the freedom to be able to automate your expense management. So jettisoning things like your manual receipts that are being retired, Slack messages for refunds, emails for refunds as well, all this sort of stuff, and automate your entire expense management solution by using Bujeti. Another feature I love about Bujeti, which I should definitely mention, is their support. Support actually does go a long way into ensuring that your customers are always satisfied, and Bujeti has never disappointed in that regard. Anytime I might have, or the few times I might have issues, their support team have been able to respond almost immediately and ensure that I am actually happy with the solution. Once again, my name is Seyi Ogunbiyi and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Selar. Today, thanks to Bujeti, I have full visibility into my Naira expenses, full control into who I pay, when I pay them, how I pay them. And another thing I should also mention is our members of staff are always happy to get their monies instantly thanks to Bujeti.